Let's talk about the letter I. I is for ice cream. This is capital, grown up, uppercase letter I. Now, uppercase letter I sometimes looks like this, and sometimes it has two lines across the top, like this one. So let's put uppercase, grown up, capital letter I in this box. Not the letter I. We'll go right over here. Is this the letter I? Yes, this is the letter I. Is this the letter I? No, not the letter I. Is this the letter I? No. But this is letter I. Is this the letter I? Yes. What about this? No, not the letter I. Is this the letter I? Yes. Capital letter I. What about this? Is this the letter I? Yes. Uppercase letter I. Is this the letter I? No. Is this the letter I? No. Is this the letter I? Yes. Letter I. What about this? Not the letter I. Is this the letter I? No. This is letter I. Is this the letter I? No. But is this the letter I? Yes. Grown up, uppercase, capital, letter I. Lowercase little guy letter I is a line with a dot right over top. So let's put letter I in this box. Not the letter I goes right over here. Is this the letter I? Yes. Lowercase letter I. Is this the letter I? No. What about this? Yes, the letter I. Is this the letter I? No. Is this the letter I? Yes. This is letter I. Is this the letter I? No. Is this the letter I? Yes. Lowercase letter I. Is this the letter I? No. But this is letter I. Is this the letter I? Yes, the letter I. Is this the letter I? Yes. What about this? Yes, the letter I. Is this the letter I? No. Is this the letter I? No. What about this? No, not the letter I. Is this the letter I? Yes. And what about this? Yes, lowercase letter I. Now, let's write the letter I. So, I need you to help me with your finger. We're going to do straight line down to make the letter I. To make an uppercase letter I, we could also do two lines, one on the top and one on the bottom. Okay, use your finger and help me. Straight line down. Now let's add our two lines, one at the top, one at the bottom. One more time, straight line down. This could be uppercase letter I, or we could add a line at the top and a line at the bottom. Uppercase letter I. Now, help me write lowercase little guy letter I. We're going to do a straight line down and a dot right over top. Use your finger to help me. Straight line down, dot right on the top. Straight line down, dot right on the top. Great job. Okay, now we are going to talk about words that start with I. Words that don't start with I, we're going to put right over here. Now, the letter I can be tricky because sometimes I says I, I, and sometimes it says I, like ice cream. Ice cream starts with I. So you have to listen for I, or ice cream. Okay. Does Iron Man start with I? Yes, iron starts with I. Does football start with I? No. What about insect? Insect. Yes, insect starts with I. Does cookie start with I? No, cookie does not start with I. What about iPad? iPad starts with I. Igloo, igloo starts with I. What about itchy? Itchy. Itchy starts with I. Frog, frog does not start with I. What about ice cube? Ice cube starts with I. Ball, ball does not start with I. What about fox? Fox does not start with I. India, India starts with I. Does dump truck start with I? No. What about iron? Iron. Iron starts with I. Great job finding words that start with I. Great work talking about the letter I.